Thank you to our final patrons, Straw Bones and Aaron.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard a many great thing about Chapter 367. So naturally, as an individual who is a fan of My Hero Academia, I'm quite hyped, and I hope this chapter does indeed live up to the hype. So, I do, in fact, have it on me. I'm ready to light it up at any time, if this chapter proves worthy. On top of that, I do also have them on me. And I'm prepared to light them up at any moment the chapter proves unworthy. Alright, I hope for the best. I've heard many good recommendations and many good things about this chapter. So let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. What's up, guys? I'm the Punter, and here we are to do a live reaction to Chapter 367 of My Hero Academia. But before we have into the live reaction, please do me a favor, leave your own thoughts on the chapter in the comment section down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure you hit that little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below. You can support for as little as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Now, let's get into the live reaction. Now, Academia. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Fire opener. I love, like, I wonder if I sound like a broken record to some people who've been around for a while, but like Horikoshi's, he's just different, bro. Like, he's just different. I can't, once again, the moment Dr. Stone left Shonen Jump, it was like, where'd the competition go? Like, seriously, where did the competition go? Tabata, great artist. I even say this new mangaka here, who's doing, I forget the name, Blanca and Gluna or something like that. Their art is very good, but it's not Horikoshi level. It just isn't. I'm sorry, he's just different. Blue Box, I love Blue Box's art style, but it's not Horikoshi level. It's just not. Like, I love Fujimoto's art style, not Horikoshi level. I'm sorry, Horikoshi, he's just different. He's just different, and he's different on a weekly basis. Like, bro's just another level of sauce, another level of style, another level of skill. He's just different. He's just different, hands down. He's not the same. He's not the same as you and me. He's just better. But for that's up. Rolling to the chapter itself. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're watching the anime. Oh, season 6. Look at that. I got the anime shirt. Oh, no. But okay, let's actually take a look at this page. No way. Yo. I know people are going to be mad, bro. Because tell me why we have... Well, no, see, a lot of the characters here make sense on, like, a fundamental level, right? Because these are all either popular characters or main characters, right? We got Midoriya, the main character, obviously. Toga, the main female antagonist. Uraka, the main female lead. Twice is a fan favorite. Dabi's a fan favorite. Hawks is a fan favorite. Aizawa is a fan favorite. Tokoyami's a fan favorite. Kirishima's a fan favorite. Kaminari's a fan favorite. Well, you know who isn't here? Shigaraki. Bakugo. You know, two of them. Well, I'm not so sure about Shigaraki in Japan. I don't remember the last character pool and where he ranked, but I know at least Bakugo has consistently been like the #1 character in the polls for a while now. So the fact that he didn't make it into this color page, but Mineta did. I mean, it probably doesn't mean anything to them. They probably just glazed over it trying to get to the chapter. But me, on like a... Because I try to think things through, like, as an artist or as a creator, like, what would you put into something like this? This is like, I mean, it's not necessarily the announcement. People know that the season 6 of the anime was coming out for a while. But, like, in context, what characters would you put in for this big, nice color spread you have to represent the manga's announcement that the anime is coming? And a lot of these characters make sense. Since one of them's gonna die. Ironically enough, he's sitting between the two people that killed him. That's dark. That's dark. But still, Mineta made it in. And something I will admit, Horikoshi did a great job of is, Japan's in the Northern Hemisphere, right? Yeah. So we're shifting into autumn. It's a fall anime, so it does make sense that a lot of this color page is in autumn colors, like black, orange, dark green. Like these are fall colors. But the only thing I don't get, because everyone else fits the motif, even characters who typically aren't associated with orange, a lot of these characters are associated with black, but still, like, Midoriya, I wouldn't say is an orange associated character. Even Toga, I wouldn't say is an orange associated character. Uraraka, no. Kirishima, definitely. His name is Red Riot. Like, he's not typically associated with orange. But Kaminari isn't associated with bright blue either. I don't know what. Like, if you're maybe I'm just missing something. Maybe there's some significance to blue for Kaminari that I don't remember. But like, all you had to do was make this orange, and it fit the rest of the color scheme. This is like. It literally draws my eye away from the rest of it. Not sure why he did that on an artistic level, but once again, I would say it, like, I feel like I need to preface this every single time I do ever critique any mangaka that I review or live react to. I am trash. Like, I am, hold on. Dog, it took me an hour to make this. An hour. It probably took Nakaba 5 minutes. Let's be real. The man's a monster. I am no better than any mangaka. Trust me, I'm not. Will I critique? Yes. But I'm not better than any mangaka. Especially not Horikoshi, not Nakaba, not anybody. Really. Like, even my least favorite manga in Shonen Jump, which I don't have. I don't know. If I don't like a manga, I typically don't read it. But like, even the mangas I don't read in Shonen Jump, even if I don't like them and don't read them on a week-to-week basis, they are still better mangaka than me. They're still better artists than me because they can do that to a week-to-week basis. I could never. Simply, it's not in my code. I cannot do that. They're different. They're 100% different. However, when I look at this and you have a great color scheme going, I don't get it. Like, he even went out of his way to make the whites like dirty whites. Like, he added staining and stuff to the white shirt so the brightness didn't drag away from the more softer autumn feel. But he just threw in a bright blue jacket. I personally just don't get why you do it. But I'm sorry, I'm spending so much time on this color page just because I do love it. I love the aesthetic. I love what it represents. It's great. That's the main thing to take away. I just don't get why he has a blue jacket. However, that top ranks this chapter itself. All right. Shadows appear in the horizon. Nani? Are those? School bus here to pick you up. Hop on, kiddo. Okay, yeah. Everyone was saying that last chapter that it was Stars and Stripes crew that came in. And automatically, Stars and Stripes crew did more than Stars and Stripes did. They got the battle data on Shigaraki. And now they brought Deku to the battlefield. You know what Stars and Stripes did? Destroyed nebulous quirks. Quirks that we don't even know. Who knows? There may have been a game-winning quirk in there, but we didn't know. We never got it. He didn't lose anything important. At least not important enough to be noted. So I guess you introduced Stars and Stripes crew for this? I guess that's it, right? I'm still salty about Stars and Stripes. I'm sorry. I will never be unsalty about that. it's a law of nature at this point. I will always critique Horikoshi for that, because why? But of that, let's see. Thank you very much. Why did I give him a Mickey Mouse voice? We're supposed to defend the aerial space around UA, you know. I'm sorry. We're counting on you. Truth is, we stayed put in Japan until I had the orders to retreat. Want to know why? Because our sister decided to gamble everything on you. All Might entrusted his power to you, right? I mean, yeah. Why are you screaming, computer? You were doing so good on the last couple live reacts. I just shut you down and reset you. Why are you screaming right now? But regardless, I mean, it's cool to see that these people, due to the faith that Stars and Stripes left in them, stayed in the U.S. And honestly, if they didn't, Midoriya wouldn't have the airlift and more people would likely die. So that's good. That's good. I'm happy. It's a good way to use these characters since we have them left. Might as well use them. Then go. We'll create a path for you. So you can simply put down the gravestone that ever exists once and for all. Oh. So he was way closer than I expected. Well, I mean, maybe not way closer. Let's see. Because that's one plane, two plane, red plane. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess he was just black whipping from. So he was Spider-Manning it. Okay, that makes sense. I guess due to all his experience with Black Whip, him Spider-Manning it would be better than him floating and fudging across. Interesting. It goes to show you how important Black Whip was a quirk. Like, if he had awoken pretty much any other quirk first, I don't think he would be the same person, which is cool. It's a great way to tie the power into how the character functions, which I think is neat. What else is neat is that the like button is free and so is the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate if you hit both of those. Thank you. However, let's see. Create a path for you to put down the greatest villain that ever exists once and for all. Yeah, put down. Put down. Put down. Not spare. Not save. Put down. Midoriya, put him down. But regardless, you know, never mind. Izuku Midoriya. You didn't say that last chapter. You got blitzed. And we do get to see the blitz here. Ooh. He got smashed twice. Was it because it was 2 feet? Like, why? The double smash here is kind of, it's cool, but I'm kind of confused on why it's, it may just be emphasis on the text. A smile. Is he stronger than before? Shock horror, probably. You had time to train. Why do you think you wouldn't? But like, I look at Mirio here, right? And now he's smiling. You know what? Let's leave all. I already made 2 entire videos talking about my mixed feelings on Mirio. 3. Yeah, 3. So I'll leave it be. We're just gonna keep moving. That glow around him. It's like the 3rd. Yep, Fajin. Okay, so Shigaraki, he's just bouncing. Midoriya's inside. Sorry I'm late. Is everyone okay? I still can't get over the fact that all of this happened because somehow, some way, Toga Himiko in base was strong enough to grab a full cowling Deku and drag him. All of this happened. Bakugo is on the floor. Everyone's suffering. Miracle has 1 limb left. All because Midoriya got dragged by Toga Himiko. It's crazy. It's great. I don't know. It's so. I mean, it makes sense. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Let me not even play like I think it makes sense. The fact that full count, and I know. I still remember all your justifications from back then. But he was off guard. Danger sense wasn't working out. But I still don't get it. I don't. You ask me personally. I don't think Toga Himiko. How heavy is Midoriya? I don't believe she's just strong enough to grab him, and I don't think Midoriya's reaction time is slow enough that once he got grabbed, somehow she aimed through a shadow port. Like, I already leave those complaints in the past. I just thought of it. I still think it's dumb. That's it. Justify it all you want. Still think it's stupid. But regardless, we're here now. We are here now. We're in chapter 367. Sorry I'm late. Is everyone okay? No. Everyone is dying because of your own negligence. And you still want to save him, huh? Still want to save him, huh, Midoriya? Is what you want to do? You want to save him? Go ahead, save this. Let's see the reaction, bruh. Let's see the reaction. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, baby. Yeah, are we about to get it? Oh, it's low-key sticking to my hair right now. Like, it's hard to keep my hands off it. We already seem a little bit worthy. Hold on. All right. Bodies everywhere. Bodies on the floor. Bodies in the hair. Yes, Midoriya, look at it. Look at what you caused. Look at what your own ineptitude caused. I'm loving it. Call it McDonald's. Yeah, baby. Look at the This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly what I needed. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. I better. Okay. Fun fact: a big thing that I always questioned about Midoriya at times, because it seemed random for the most part, was his moments of like extreme rage. Like extreme rage at times where it didn't necessarily seem like it was ever built up. Like when I think of extreme rage Midoriya moments, I think of Infinite 100. Then again, that's mainly it's in the manga too, but it's especially exaggerated in the anime. Like you see the look on Midoriya's face when he reels back with what infinite 100% and slams Shisaki dead into the ground. Like, that was some violent vitriolic anger to be showing in front of a child. He did it, though. I always wondered about that. Another point of vitriolic anger. The war arc. That, I get it, he was mad, but like, the explosion just seemed a little bit off-brand. So I think Horikoshi may have been built up to this final snap. Because like, this is it. This is the time where you just let your main character. Would it be cliche? Yes, but how you execute it matters. Every story is cliche in a way because everything's been done before. Plot twist, shock, horror. Everything original has some sort of spin-off of something else. But in this case, seeing everything here, like as much as this dynamic was not a rivalry, because the moment Midoriya got one for all, we knew it was never going to last. As a friendship, as a connection that these two have, after finally connecting and getting an apology from Bakugo, after 10 years, over 10 years of torture, which is essentially what their friendship was, their connection was, for a long time, until Midoriya finally became worthy of respect by getting a power. First thing he comes back and sees is his best friend lying on the ground eating dirt. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking for. And I need this rage to be potent. I need it to be vitriolic. I need raw, unfiltered violence. I need him to question it. I legit need him to question, like, I need to save this man. I want to save this man. This is the man I want to save. Like, legitimately. Who in this if he still decides to save Shigaraki here, before the series ends, I need to make that video on why Shigaraki should not be saved, why it devalues a whole bunch of the narrative stuff. But whatever, that's a different story for another time. Question for y'all. Yes, you watching this video. If your childhood best friend was laid out on the ground by another individual, and by laid out, I mean, look at Bakugo right here. He doesn't look like he's taking a nap, dog. He looks like he's 6 feet under. That's what I see. That's what Midoriya see. Look at the horror on this young lad's face. Look at the realism. Look at the terror in his eyes as he's realizing what's happened in his absence. Tell me, from the bottom of your heart, do you really 100% believe that you're still going to try and save this person? Even if you say you know this person who has laid your friend out like this. Say it was a person that you knew about for a while now, and they'd caused a whole bunch of other heinous misdeeds, slaughter and destruction of thousands, if not millions of people. Are you going to save them? Does it logically make sense in your head? It would be like the thought in your mind being, yes, I gotta save this individual. Yes, me? No. No. Luckily enough, I hope I never end up in this situation. And I get it. It's a hard moral choice to make. But in this case, that rage would go crazy. But let's see. Let's see if the rage goes crazy. I'm getting excited. I'm getting a little hyped up. You know what I'm saying? The rage could go crazy. It really could. But keyword is could. Keyword is could. Let's see. Yep. Bodies. Yes. Look at it all, bro. Look at it all. Nejire on the floor. Amajiki on the floor. Miracle on the floor. Golly. Could they do my wife like that? But regardless, look at it. Soak it in. Soak it in. And it's all, guess what? Guess what? It's all from that kid you want to save. That living weapon of mass destruction? That's who did this, Midoriya. That's who did. Make it worthy. Make it worthy. Make it worthy, Midoriya. I want to see, like, legitimately, I need a rage that surpasses Super Saiyan. I need a rage that surpasses 16's death that caused Super Saiyan 2. I need a rage that surpasses when Hinata got body slammed on the ground. I need a rage beyond rage. I need a power beyond. Midoriya Izuku, if you do not snap his neck. No, but like, seriously. This is your chance. This is your chance. But once again, like, I'm kind of just getting lost in the hype. But on a narrative level, this is good. because it just, well, we'll see how he reacts and see where it goes. But at least from right now, the reactions we're getting, the look of horror on his face, the shading in his eyes, this makes all the stalling worth it. Every last ounce of it. Because admittedly, I did call Bakugo's death and the subsequent need to revive him stalling, because it is. And removing Midoriya from here for the longest time did legitimately narratively feel like stalling, because like we know the final battle is going to happen, giving us a nonsense reason why it isn't happening and dragging it out with people we know who will not defeat the final villain. It's padding. It's padding in a series that I'm not sure, did Midoriya get taken before or after Horikoshi announced he wanted to end the series this year? I forget. But especially in the context of, hey, I'm running out of time and I don't want to do this anymore. Fun fact, like button, free, so subscribe button, so I really appreciate if you hit both of those. Thank you. They really help out the channel a lot, and they help out the video a lot, and they help me out a lot. So I really appreciate it. And it's free, so please do it. Thank you. But in the context of, I want to end this series now, because I'm tired of this. And also the context of this is basic plot structure. Like, no, once again, I've said it once, and I've said it 1,000 times. No one in their right mind believed that Bakugo was going to defeat Shigaraki, that Amajiki was going to defeat Shigaraki, that Mirio was going to defeat Shigaraki, that Neji was going to defeat Shigaraki, that anyone other than Izuku Midoriya was going to beat Shigaraki. No one did. And if they tell you they did, they were lying. Because I'm sorry, we've all read stories before. We were not born yesterday. We were not born in a vacuum. We have read shonen stories before. And unfortunately, unless you are extremely rare cases, you don't let the non-final hero beat the final villain. So, for the longest time, and to a little bit right now, I felt like we're padding. Why we're padding, no idea. Especially Mr. Horikoshi, if you want to end it now, you had 3 perfectly good setups, you could have just saved this for last. But, regardless of that, 4, I guess, because there's still that whole Ayama thing. That's the thing, the weird thing about us being here, and why I assume we're going to cut away next chapter, is because so much hasn't happened yet. And once again, this is the final battle. We are not seeing Shigaraki versus Midoriya before we see Todoroki versus Dabi, before we see All for One's death, before we see Aoyama's conclusion, before we see the conclusion of Uraraka and Asui versus Toga, like before we see anything else. Like there's 4 other things at a bare minimum that need to happen before the series ends. And I don't know, at the end of the Cell arc, we didn't get a fight with another random Cell Jr. At the end of the Frieza arc, well, extra Ginyu Force member didn't show up. So we'll talk about that later. Maybe we do stay about this, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Essentially, regardless, I felt like it was narrative stalling. I didn't get why he was narratively stalling here, especially with the whole announcement of the end of the series coming soon. Didn't make sense to me. But if it was for this, if it was to have Midoriya finally snap, because he sees everyone on the ground, from his best friends to other just pure heroes, other kids on the ground because of this thing that he for some reason wants to save, I think it's great. I think it's great because it shows Midoriya the cost of his actions and what he continues to risk if he really wants to save Shigaraki. Because Shigaraki could do this at any time. Anytime. And he's doing it, and while Midoriya doesn't know this, I mean, he probably would. He's assuming the plan went fine except for him getting kidnapped. He knows Shigaraki did this all while quirkless. That is something Midoriya knows. So letting Shigaraki exist is a threat to humanity that he would have to make the conscious decision to let slide. So now he's stuck. And I think that's great. It's good to have Midoriya see and experience all the pain and suffering that he hypothetically could let continue to exist. I think it's great. I think it works out. I will give Horikoshi that. Heck, even if the chapter fumbles from here, I doubt it, because so far it's been great. I think it deserves to light up anyway. I'm not going to light it up just yet, just to be safe. But just on the reactions alone, the non-verbal reactions, the visual storytelling, beautiful. I love it. I think it makes a whole ton of this worth it, even though I still think there's some degree of narrative stalling here, and this could have been established in another way. But regardless of that, I'm currently scripting my own how I'd write a second War Arc video, so we'll cover that then. What's your excuse, Izuku Midoriya, for being so late to the party? Oh, right. Togi kept you busy, didn't she, Izuku? Also, even he knows. Still stupid. I'm sorry. I still can't get over that. But why don't you say something like, there's nothing I could do, or maybe the plan went south? Yeah, I mean, that's what you would say here. It's cool to see Shigaraki, for one, mocking him, though. Like, heh, all your friends are dying. Sucks to suck, bruh. Okay? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, I'm feeling devious. I'm feeling. I gotta keep it in hand. I'm gonna keep it in hand. Hold on. Ooh, I'm feeling devious right now. Why not? Why don't you try to run away from your responsibilities like everyone else around here? So, to be fair, Shigaraki, or All for One, whoever's speaking right now, whoever has the mic in your little three-way up in your head. To be fair, no one here ran from their responsibilities. They all just ran to death. So, I love it. I love it. The shaking, the sparking, the overflowing rage. That's what I like. That's what I like. Yes. That is the other spoiler I saw. And it looks gorgeous. Nah, I can't. So I was about to make some blasphemous claims, but I can't. Both Boichi and the regular Ragnarok mangaka, they're still just a tier above Horikoshi. But like, this could go up on my wall. Like this could be a poster. Like that's how good this art is. And I love it. Even his hair is going dark and the electricity is even turning dark. The black whip radiating from every part of his body. Yes. I mean, once again, this is just English satiating my caveman brain. I like hype angry moments. Midoriya is very hype angry right now. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So this is great. I love it. In the state of rage, his movements are bound to be overly hasty and predictable. A well-placed counterattack should break his spine into. Come. How'd you like my little present? Okay, so that's definitely All for One thinking. 100%. Because this is even flashing back to a moment where All for One was in control. Do I need to complain about how All for One ruined the narrative again? Once again, that's its own separate video. I'm not gonna bog down this chapter with my complaints for something that's been established over 100-ish chapters ago at this point, maybe something like that. Let's let it rock. Mirio? It's all right, Deku. Oh, no, Mirio, let him rock. I know exactly how you feel, Deku, and I also can't forgive myself. That's exactly how he wants you to feel right now. It'll be fine. Everyone's still breathing. Is Bakugo breathing? Bro doesn't have a pulse. Is he really breathing right now? Mary, you lying? Mary, are you capping? Mary, is you capping? Capping is you? It'll be whatever. I'm assuming right now Edshot is in saving Bakugo's life. Is this really? Yeah, whatever. I'm looking down at the hammer right now, bro. I'm looking down at the hammer. You know what? I'll hold my critiques. Let me just get to the rest of the chapter. Right now, Edshot's saving Bakugo's life from beside him. I'm sure he'll manage it somehow. That's why we need to keep fighting. We still haven't lost a single. So don't give up. It's called escapism when you have such idealistic claims. We are heroes. Who's going to turn ideals into reality if heroes aren't optimistic? Idealistic words, fine. After all, this is a job where you put your life on the line and practice your ideals. Because our sister decided, okay, everything it's okay to be angry. The other thing to do is keep your emotions under control. The like button is free and so is the subscribe button. I really appreciate if you get both of those. Thank you. I'll get into it a little bit. Don't count me out just yet. Let's see. All right. Smoke screen, I'm assuming. Sorry about that, Lemillion. Apologies can wait until the job's done. Well, for one, Shigaraki's still there. Nah. Oh, we're getting another color spread next week and no break. All right, cool. I'm assuming it'll be... I'm mixed. I'm mixed. It's like I'm playing fighters, and I just got hit by Bardock B, and Cell heavy perfect attack, and now I'm facing a 4-way mix-up. I got hit before the final patch with Android 21, Candy being level 3. And I'm about to face a 4-way mix-up. And in both scenarios, I got mixed. And okay. So let's talk about what I do like. This is a much better send-off for Midoriya than what I thought we were getting with his character. This is much better for him to be remembered by. And as a person who loves Midoriya as a character, I will take that. I'm glad his last contribution to the narrative is not his cheeks. I'm glad. So 100% that. Does it redeem the cheeks? Kind of. Do I still feel the same way about the cheeks as I did last chapter and last week, to a point where I made a whole video about it? Of course. Yes. Sorry, that's not changing. But this is a better way to send him off. Talking about the ideals, calling back to All Might, calling back to everything else, fine. That's great. I can take that. But with good must come bad. And it's so weird calling it bad, but this line right here, and maybe it'll be different in the official translation. Who knows? I'm not exactly sure. I can't judge that. But the line, "We still haven't lost a single thing." That's where I get the padding feeling from. That's where, that is where I feel words, English, language. What I loved about this chapter in the back half, like I said, regardless of whether or not I feel like the chapter folded afterwards, I would have to light it up, is it felt like, for a moment, Horikoshi was making it all matter. Bakugo's near death, everyone's suffering, everyone's pain, everything. It was making it feel like it mattered, like it was going to have a ramification on Midoriya and everything. And to be fair, right, it still is. I'm assuming this final one for all final evolution with Black Whip claws and everything, and this Black Whip mask, it's probably, it wouldn't have happened normally. So I'll give it that. But the sheer idea that we haven't lost a single thing kind of speaks to the
the specific mention of Bakugo coming back and how he's coming back, the fact that everyone's still breathing, all of that, it's weird. Because like, part of me is like, it's an internal debate in my head, right? Is it narrative fluff? Was all this time wasted for something that could have been reached in a fraction of the time to pretty much the same effect? I'm half yes, half no. I don't think we would have gotten the back half of the chapter if everyone was there precedingly and we had this fight build up over time with Midoriya here and people falling left and right. But in that same vein, I get it. Heroes are meant to be idealistic and stuff like that and optimistic, but like everyone is on the ground bleeding out. Like, I'm sorry. You can't, hold on, let's get back to it. You simply cannot show me Nedre with an entire gash in her stomach, Amajiki with what seems to be some sort of hole in his, Miracle missing 3 limbs, and Bakugo on the floor with another hero dying inside of him. And then just have it really, because it's weird. Like, it's not just it's a combination of we haven't lost a single thing and this question, is Shigaraki still there? Midoriya, Shigaraki, regardless of how much influence you believe All For One has over him, Shigaraki still is there and is consciously slaughtering these people. He's consciously slaughtered thousands. He's threatened your own life in the past. Why? How, like, so just because he didn't definitively slaughter anyone here, it's now fine. You're now willing to risk and save him. It still seems reckless. It still seems negligent. I'm sorry. And what I do see as an immediate defense here, and this is the defense I would give if I was fully on board with this too, is this is the opposite of cliche. I mean, it's cliche in a different way. It's cliche in arguably a worse way. It's kind of like what a problem that a lot of people associate with Goku is that Goku doesn't kill his villains. He's just stupid. He wants to save all of them. You're missing the whole point of Goku's character arc. Like, after Frieza, look at, hey, well, then again, Boo. Boo was a big mistake. I will give Goku detractors that. But even then, he resolved to kill Boo the moment he realized it was a problem. But a big issue I have is that it feels like, regardless of how cliche it would have been, letting that rage stick and consume him for just a little bit. Because it would be a human reaction to have. I'm sorry. Seeing my best friend on the floor and being told that he's still breathing, quote unquote, because of this man, my thoughts of saving are gone. Even if you somehow get me under control. Say the Black Whip tornado is erupting out of me. I'm not asking if Shigaraki's still in there. I'm beating your face in with everything I have, and I may consider it after you've been incapacitated. Like, that's it. That's all you're getting out of me. The fact that Midoriya is still on this saving kick when he sees the absolute damage and violation Shigaraki has done. But it was all for one. It was all for one. It was never actually Shigaraki. Shigaraki's just a he isn't. I don't, like... So many things I want to talk about. Do I get into it here or do I get into it in some video? I'm getting into it in some video regardless. But since we're here, if you are still here at the end, I'm hungry again. I'm sorry. I keep being hungry at the end of these things. But pancakes. If you've made it all the way to the end, pancakes. For all my Persona 5 fans out there, delicious pancakes down below. If you made it all the way to the end. But thing here, right? Big issue for me alone, is that as cliche as it would have been. No. I was. That's a different point. I was talking about Shigaraki. I don't care what Horikoshi is trying to retcon into existence now. In this back half of the narrative, this just post-war arc thing. But Shigaraki and Tenko himself are monsters. That's it. Because of how they were raised, they are monsters. Even in his own household. Shigaraki had constant itching until what? Until he slaughtered his entire family. Shigaraki, his whole journey up to this point was the fact that like button is free, so subscribe button. But also his whole journey up to this point was about the fact that he was a monster and he was growing to replace the old monster. He was not a victim that was meant to be saved from the old monster. I'm sorry, that's just not the story Horikoshi wrote. I don't care what he's saying now. You cannot read My Villain Academia. You cannot read all Shigaraki's characters before that. You cannot read Shigaraki's backstory. You cannot read any of that pre-war arc. And even in the midst of the war arc, and tell me that Shigaraki was a victim. You can tell me he was a victim of circumstance, and that led to his path of destruction. But the thing is, it was his path. This is not something that All For One he's just really puppeteering. This isn't something that All For One only would do. It's not as if you were to remove All For One. Say All For One did not pop up in the Vestige world at all when Shigaraki got All For One. Shigaraki would be doing the exact same thing, if not worse. You know what? Well, let it slide. I'm going to make a whole video. That's it. It's too late now. Overall, chapter's still worthy. It had a whole ton of good stuff in it. I'll light it up one more time for y'all anyway. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so you miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, share the video if you enjoyed it. And on top of that, I do have a Patreon down below. You can support for as low as $1 a month. You can see exclusive videos, early content, and more. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That Guy with the Pencil, writing off.